think that's probably almost an underlying issue in society of why society's so weird nowadays.
Yeah.
Is I think people are not balanced.
Yes.
And when you're not balanced, you overreact, you're emotional, you get into arguments that shouldn't be arguments or whatever, because you're just at such a 10 all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could be at that 5 level,
Mm-hmm.
you know, your ship won't rock too much to one side or the other.
Yeah, that's mindful of you to say.
Yeah.
Are you sure you haven't been practicing some yoga? Maybe just unconsciously been practicing?
So my big thing lately has been float tanks. I love those things. So we have a float tank in Temecula.
Okay.
So shout out to FloatX in Temecula. But
I'm going to have to go. I've heard wonderful things.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm definitely a cerebral type person, very in my head kind of thing. So unplugging has been a very good thing.
I like that word, unplugging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, your brain is taking on so much all the time, and especially in a world of social media and so much, you know,
Tell me about it. Yeah.
division and stuff like that. You know, you always feel like you're in this static electricity kind of world.
Yes.
And it's so important to just unplug and find your flow.
It's so true.
And enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Plug.
He knows it. He knows it. No,
I can be your marketing assistant.
You should.
There you go. Yeah, there
you
we go.
should, because social media, I tell you, you have to plan a lot. And as much of a planner as I am, it drains you. It can drain you. So.
Well, because you could be like, all right, I'm just going to check and see if I have any messages. Okay, no messages, but then, oh, so-and-so just got a new car. Okay, and then 2 hours later, you're in the rabbit hole looking up conspiracy theories and what happened in the world.
You just keep clicking and clicking and clicking, and
it's
then
a weird thing.
It is very weird.
And as humans, you know, we're not really wired for that.
No, I don't think so. Not for, you know, that period for that length of time anyway.
Yeah, I mean, this has really all happened, in the past 15, 20 years?
Yeah, I
remember. So our
remember.
brains aren't, evolved to take all this stuff in.
Yeah, no, I agree. I remember, I mean, AOL, has that aged me?
Yeah. I'm an AOL baby too. Yeah.
Instant Messenger, all of that stuff. I remember I'm like, we only were typing on the computer. We weren't texting or... Yeah, so I can't imagine what my kids or your kids, I mean, are kind of in the thick of it, but how advanced the technology is going to go, it blows my mind. And I'm actually quite scared a little.
I guess that's every generation, right?
Yeah, there's always something new.
I was thinking about this is, we yell at our kids about getting on their cell phones and devices and stuff, but I'm sure back when the publishing press was created and then books were a thing, because back then it was about, farming the land and you got to work sun up to sundown. You don't have time to be reading a book. What are you doing? Right? So that family a couple hundred years ago was probably like that. Like, get that book out of your hands. You're going to rot your brain.
Right.
You got to work on the farm.
Yeah. How our society has grown so much.
It's wild. And then, you got Zuckerberg wanting to do the metaverse or 3D, this is like Star Trek type stuff, right? You go into a room and then everything's just there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Are we almost reliving or trying to live the Matrix? I know
it's happening.
Keanu, he's coming out with that next film, so
they're dropping hints.
I know, right? Yeah. Very subtly, kind of, not really.
Yeah, it's a wild world, but it's important to find balance. And
yes.
I think you are a shining light of that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming and inviting me to come here.
Absolutely. Well, that's what the community is all about, because, I was referred to you by Patty Donnelly, who is my dentist and aunt.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this lovely young lady, she moved down to Temecula and she does yoga, and I really think you should have her on your show. I'm like, okay. It's not that hard to be on the show, folks, so just reach out if you want to be on the show.
I know. I know. Thank you to Patty, or else this wouldn't have happened, really, honestly.